Hey guys, it's Katie. It has been definitely a minute since I've uploaded a video, but I'm getting back into manga. I am now over the manga section in my workplace. So, having been over manga, I'm now back into the world of manga. I never really left. I've just always been up to date with more yaoi than actual shoujo manga, which is the type of manga that I absolutely really love. So I thought I would do a collective haul for the past couple of months. Okay, so first series I've collected is the Fushigi Yugi omnibuses. They are stunning. So that's the first one. The second one. And these are all Visbigs. Here's the third one. I love the spines and how it has the celestial warriors on it. Now, I've seen the anime, but I have not read the manga. So I thought with the Byakko series just now releasing, which I do have that, I just don't have it up here in my book room at the moment. But that is also a book I have this past 2 months. And then this is the final volume. Now, along with the Fushigi Yugi Visbigs, I also got the last 3 volumes I was missing of Genbu Kaiden. So, volume 10, volume 11, and volume 12. For some reason, I thought they dropped that series and that they didn't complete it, but I was gladly mistaken when I saw that they actually did. Okay, so I'm going to go through the rest of the non-yaoi first. So then a new series that I picked up was My Dress Up Darling. So volume 1 by Shinichi Fukuda. And this one I find it very good. It's about a boy who his family make little dolls, traditional Japanese dolls, and he wants to get into the business, but then he's not able to do the faces quite right, so he is able to make the clothing. So his classmate finds him in the sewing room, and she gets him to help her make cosplay. I am anxiously awaiting volume 3. It's super good. Alright, next one that I've recently tried that I'm going to see myself purchasing more is Living Room Matsunaga-san by Keiko Iwashita. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing. It's been a minute since I've used my Japanese. This one's another one where it's a high school girl living in a boarding house that her uncle runs, and the people she meets in the boarding house, also Matsunaga-san, who is a few years older than her, so it is an age gap romance. I am highly liking this. Another one that I bought the completed series because I was wanting to collect it when it was releasing from Viz Shoujo Beat is High School Debut. So this one's about a girl named Haruna who, when she got into high school, she wanted to get a boyfriend. So this is the one I'm currently on. I'm almost done with it. So she is trying her best by looking in magazines to see what guys are actually into. And she gets all this misleading information because it doesn't go into like body types or personality types. And so she runs into this guy named Yo, who agrees to show her how to get a guy's attention. It's really funny. It's so much fun. It's by the same creator as My Love Story, I believe it's called, with the more so bigger gentleman that falls in love with a cute little girl. I absolutely love this series, so I can't wait to finish it. Another Visbig that I recently got was the first omnibus of Inuyasha. I'm doing a reread finishing of the series, and I wanted to get the Visbigs because I love them so much. And I also have the second one, which is currently in my bag for work for reading. But I have 1 and 2 of the Visbigs. Alright, so the next pile for regular manga, I have Not Your Idol, and it's by Oyoi Makino, so I have volume 1 and volume 2. Sadly, this series is on hiatus at the moment. It is pretty good. I want to read volume 3 once it's released to see if I want to keep these 2 volumes in the third. It's about a girl that was in an idol group who they have a handshaking event and she ends up getting attacked and she decides to no longer be an idol because it was a very traumatic experience for her. And this series is a bit darker, which I love dark series. A lot of my regular books that I read are more dark literature. They have more darker themes to them, so it's a theme I enjoy. So yes, volume 1 and 2. The next book I read, now this was the first one I got that once I started rereading manga, this was the first one that I picked up, which was I Want to Eat Your Pancreas by Yoru Sumino. And this is about a boy who is at the hospital. He finds a book that's called, I believe, Living with Death or Living with the Dead. I'm not sure which one. It's one of those. And it's his classmate who has pancreatic cancer, but no one in their class knows. He, since he found the book, is the only one that knows, so it's about their relationship as friends and how they are together with her last year. Another one that I picked up that I'm going to keep picking up is Something's Wrong with Us. I find this so amusing. It's really cool. It's a suspense romance. It's a josei suspense romance. It's about this girl whose mother was accused of killing this gentleman's father and how she can't seem to hold employment now so many years later because someone keeps sending emails to her workplaces saying that her mother is a killer. And she ends up going against him in a bake-off, kind of a bake-off, I guess, making pastries for a wedding. And he doesn't seem to recall who she is, so he, on the spur of the moment, just says, "Why don't you marry me?" And she's like, "Sure." So I am anxiously awaiting to read volume 2 and volume 3 once it releases this month in October, I believe. The next one I got that I have not read yet is Inside Mari by Suzu Oshimi. This one, I believe, I was going down a yaoi rabbit hole and this one popped up saying it's a gentleman that's inside the body of a female and how he is seeing the world through the female eye and like the cliche like, oh, I'm going to touch my boobs because I'm a girl now. But it seems intriguing. I want to give it a try and just see how I like it. The next group I got, I'm going through a lot of my older manga that I have not read from prior years. And one manga I read was Butterfly Flowers by Yuki Yoshihara. I did read a few of her stories when I was in high school, and I enjoy her humor. So this is an older josei title from Shoujo Beat. So I got volume 1, volume 2, volume 3, and volume 4. So this is about a girl who used to have money, but her family ended up losing all their money, and this gentleman here was the son of their butler, I believe, and years later she has to get a job at a industry and he is her boss. And so he's still trying to act like she is a higher person than him, except when they're at their job. It's so funny. Sadly, it is out of print. Okay, the next little bit I have, this is one I'm just trying out. It's called The Wanderer Full Moon by Narumi Kakuinichi. I probably butchered that. But it's an older manga. I liked the art style. Don't know much about it. I just know it's by the same creators as The Vampire Yui. So it was an older series I've seen before. And I thought I'd just give it a try. Next one I found at my discount bookstore was Behind the Scenes Volume 1. This is by Biscotori, who did Oran High School Host Club. I had a want to read this, to see how it is, since I am still such a huge fan of Host Club. But I found it for $2, so I thought I'd give it a try. Another one that I've been wanting to try is The Sacrificial Princess and the King of Beasts. I found volume 1 for $2 at my discount bookstore, and I'm just intrigued to try it. Alright, one that I'm slowly collecting the volumes from my work is Requiem of the Rose King, volume 6. Yeah, I absolutely love this series, and I know it's going to get an anime, so I want to catch up. Alright, another one that I have a lot of intrigue to is The Way of the Husband. I saw this and I've flipped through it and I thought it just looked hilarious, and I just want to see what kind of shenanigans this gets into. Alright, my last regular manga before we go into the deep dive of yaoi is Maison Ikoko by Rumiko Takahashi, who is the same creator as Inuyasha. They just made this new bind up of the first, I believe it's the first 3, I could be wrong, but I've never read this series, but I do love this mangaka, so I hope I like it. Okay, so now there is a ton of yaoi. A ton. I save it for the last. I did this before in my other videos. Not everyone likes yaoi. I am a huge fujoshi. Everyone at my work knows it. I've made an LGBTQ section in my work. So, yes. Okay, we're going to do this really quick because my phone is saying I don't have a lot of time, so I'm not going to say authors. So I'm going to do publishers. So first I have Net Comics, so I have To Take an Enemy's Heart, Behind Stories, Volume 2 and 3, and His House, Volume 1. Next I'm going to do Dark Seven Seas and a random one. So then I have Our Dreams at Dusk, Volume 1, The Corner and Mouse Dreams of Cheese, and The Carp on the Chalking Block Jumps Twice. Then I have The High School Life of a Fudanshi, Volume 2, and then Love a la carte. Next pile will be June. I have The Love Tyrant Falls in Love, Volume 10, Antique Bakery, Volume 2 and 3, Entangled Circumstances, Skylink, Favorite Pickup, Hero Heal, Volume 3. Next I have Beast and Feast. Then I have Zay, Volume 7, Volume 8, Volume 9, Volume 10, and Volume 11. And then I have Otodame, Volume 2, Does the Flower Blossom, Volume 3, and Teach Me Tutor. Then from Tokyo Pop, I have Don't Call Me Dirty and Don't Call Me Daddy, Koi Monogatari, Volume 1, Mr. Flower Bride. That actually wasn't Tokyo Pop, that was Yen Press, sorry. Replay, Deko Boko Sugar Boys, Servant and Lord. Then there are things I can't tell you, so that's all from Tokyo Pop. Next will be Dream Spinner Press, which I got Frat House Troopers, Hell and High Water, Zero at the Bone, and Frog. Alright, next pile will be blue. I have Gorgeous Carrot, Volume 1, Volume 2, and Volume 3. I then have Love Knot. The next pile is Kuma, which is by Faku, I believe. I have Can an Otaku Like Me Really Be an Idol? And Melting Lover. Alright, the last pile, second to last pile, I'm sorry, is blue. Not blue, it's Sublime. So I have Secret XXX, Therapy Game Volume 1 and 2. Sadly, this is the misprint one. I am still going to keep it. I'm just waiting for the re-release of their new prints. Then I have one of my favorite series, Don't Be Cruel Volume 9. Another really fun one I liked, Torotino Volume 1. Anxiously waiting Volume 3 of this one. Case Haven Volume 1, Volume 2. Then I have Escape Journey Volume 2. Yarn Bitch Club Volume 3. Love in Limbo Volume 1. Given Volume 2. Honey Darling. Jealousy Volume 1. And I have Punch Up Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3, Volume 4, and Volume 5. Anxiously Waiting Volume 6. Then I have Spiritual Police Volume 2. And then the last ones of this pile is to finish up a series. Blue Morning Volume 6, 7, and 8. Alright, the last little stack of yaoi is my untranslated. And there's this one, which is Supadari-kun wa Seme Raretai. Probably mispronounced it, but my Japanese is a little rusty. And then this one is Starlike Words, which is by Junko, who is one of my favorite mangakas. Okay, everyone. So that's a lot of manga. Yes. I'm hoping to get back into this and doing it more regularly instead of a few months all at once. I do have a manga Instagram, which some of these have made an appearance on. I'm also very active on that, and I would love to talk to a lot of people and just talk about manga. Alright, if you have any questions about any of the manga, please leave it in the comment box, and I hope to see you guys soon.